I welcome to She Spice. Katt Williams made a few hazardous disclosures on the club Shay digital broadcast, working up contention by uncovering obscure dealings in the business. Anyway, his striking move didn't be ignored, and he confronted huge reaction, thus now it seems Johnny Depp is coming to his protection, getting down on the uncalled for therapy and flagging that he's prepared to help Katt through the tempest. Clearly Depp is in any event, dropping clues about the potential purposes for the kickback. It's most certainly winding up from getting a thunderous applause at the Cannes Live performance to gruffly getting down on Hollywood for dealing with him like junk. Eminent superstar Johnny Depp didn't keep down while examining his therapy post, the profoundly promoted maligning case, including his ex-Golden Crowd I had and in my pocket, and I just took the out. And I said, here, cut me that is what you believe that should do. And because of confronting individual difficulties and legitimate discussions, Johnny Depp
couldn't keep up with his status as a profoundly regarded and compelling figure in the movie business. No question. His exhibitions, for example, the Mad Hatter in Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland and Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Industrial Facility, have caught the hearts of crowds, universally displaying his momentous adaptability as an entertainer. Depp's capacity to completely submerge himself in perplexing jobs is obvious in his depiction of characters like the dull and agonizing evil spirit hairstylist in Sweeney Todd and the capricious appeal of Commander Jack Sparrow in the Privateers of the Caribbean establishment. These jobs feature his enormous ability and unfaltering obligation to his specialty. Yet presently, in spite of his acclaimed exhibitions in films like Ed Wood and joint efforts with industry monsters like Al Pacino, Tim Burton, and Winona Ryder, the previous Leap Road star, emphatically accept that Hollywood has no misgivings about sidelining laid-out entertainers, such as himself, when their public picture isn't unblemished by the manner in which I've had around 17 rebounds. Evidently, I continue to ponder the word rebound since I didn't go anywhere, while Johnny Depp has been discernibly missing from the spotlight for quite a while, with his last remarkable job being in 2023. Jean Dubert, many might accept that he's resigned from acting anyway. Depp has picked an additional in-the-background job remaining associated with the business. Notwithstanding his diminished on-screen presence, he stays dynamic and takes part in different ventures. Johnny Depp's melodic interests as an individual from the Hollywood vampires close by rock symbols like Alice Cooper and Jeff Beck have exhibited his adaptability. Past acting and dynamic exhibitions have set Depp's standing as a gifted entertainer as well as a skilled performer, while Depp's joint efforts with visionary chief Tim Burton have delivered realistic diamonds. For example, Edward Scissorhands and Corpse Bride, where his capacity to dig into hazier and unconventional narrating resounds with crowds of any age. His legal dispute and the ensuing charges of stomach muscle have left him profoundly impacted, and subsequently he wound up sidelined by Disney and Warner Brothers in spite of being an essential piece of the phenomenal Monsters establishment considering these encounters. Depp didn't avoid offering his viewpoints about Hollywood during a meeting with Metro. They're dispensable, and they understand its celebrated bookkeepers who can press the green light and make studio films, yet they press the green light and burn through EST heaps of cash. Spending plans are crazy on these movies. Some rom-com, with two exceptionally famous individuals, the genuine individuals, they're tired of it. Somewhere else in the meeting, he talked about the impacts distinction has had on him. I've been exceptionally fortunate, and I can't say anything negative about whatever it is. I won't say it yet. Popularity does interesting things to a man. The thing hits you, and afterward you can't go anywhere without individuals taking a gander at you. That is an exceptionally intriguing method for growing up, yet following 38 years of something to that effect, the primary thing that is truly distraught is to expect any individual who's resided in that sort of circumstance to be anything somewhat typical now to exacerbate the situation. I wasn't typical before that, so I've needed to adjust my reality to the way that I need to live. I live behind windows. I live behind a vehicle window, a train window, and a plane. Windows, lodging, windows, F windows. Yet the new claim has just shaken his reality absolutely, and it appears as though this is the consequence of dissatisfaction. The claim significantly impacted his standing, which brought about losing many establishments and jobs, and one of them is Disney's Privateers of the Caribbean. The Privateers of the Caribbean establishment made by Disney has delighted in gigantic achievement and a given fan base, consolidating components of brave experience, fantastic stories, and humor. Everything started with the unexpected hit, Privateers of the Caribbean. The Scourge of the Dark Pearl in 2003, prompting a progression of continuations and side projects with its paramount characters and exciting oceanic adventures, has earned billions of dollars music around the world. At the core of the establishment is Skipper Jack Sparrow, depicted by Johnny Depp's depiction of the erratic and eccentric privateer commander known for his affection for rum and uncanny capacity to get away from dangerous circumstances, which has become notable. The troupe cast additionally incorporates Orlando Blossom as Will Turner, Keira Daly as Elizabeth Swan, Jeffrey Rush as Commander Hector Barbassa, and other capable entertainers who carried their one-of-a-kind flair to their jobs. She goes free watching your head kid do nothing. The establishment contains 5 principal films: Privateers of the Caribbean, The Scourge of the Dark Pearl, Privateers of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, Privateers of the Caribbean at the World's End, Privateers of the Caribbean on More Particular Tides, and Privateers of the Caribbean. The Quietest Man is a Dead Man. Every portion presented new characters. With powerful components and multifaceted storylines while proceeding with the undertakings of Commander Jack Sparrow and his buddies, you eliminated the beautiful performing voice, however, in regards to the fate of the establishment. Disney has declared plans for a 6th portion, probably named Privateers of the Caribbean, to be wiped out anyway. There have been reports showing that Johnny Depp won't repeat his job as Commander Jack Sparrow because of legitimate debates, including his own existence with the ex-Golden Group. This choice has disheartened fans, as Depp's depiction of Chief Jack Sparrow is vital to the establishment's prosperity because of Golden's claims that you can't be in Privateers 6, right? Disney is currently pushing ahead without profundity, possibly investigating another course for the series. There have been bits of gossip that Keira Daly and Orlando Sprout might get back to assume their notorious parts, zeroing in on the Turner family in the 6th portion. Anyway, Enley's contribution is dubious, as she is set to star in a tragic science fiction movie named Origination, a UK creation under a value contract with recording possibly starting soon. The Authority Rundown. Origination is a science fiction thrill ride set not long from now in England, where the public authority has taken dictatorial rule over nurturing. The movie observes that Rita is a reliable government employee and adheres to the unforgiving framework she maintains until unforeseen occasions jeopardize her own parental status, subjecting her casualty to similar regulations she so promptly incurred for others. Keira Enley's inclusion in the new Caribbean establishment implies that Disney should be patient and hang tight for a chance to hammer out an agreement with her in the event that they mean to take her back to the Privateers of the Caribbean establishment. But it stays muddled. How far Disney has advanced with the creation of Privateers of the Caribbean 6. While numerous contents have been composed, Disney has not affirmed a particular timetable for shooting. Particularly, considering the continuous droop after a strike, you were logical out for Privateer 6. The Disney was thinking about dropping or emphatically contracting your job, right once the strikes finish up. Disney will in any case need to explore a holding-up period. Would it be a good idea for them? They intend to PT Daly once again into the establishment. This holding-up period could add to the vulnerability encompassing the arrival of key cast individuals and the general bearing of the following Privateers of the Caribbean portion around 2 months before this op-ed was distributed, that it was being accounted for all intents and purposes in this article that Johnny D is out as Jack Sparrow in Disney's Privateers of the Caribbean film. Anyway, Individuals love the personality of Jack Sparrow simply because of Johnny. The team choice caused them weighty analysis and reaction from Johnny's fans and allies. One of them composed that there's no such thing as privateers of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow. Another is that he's the sole explanation. I became fixated on privateer. It was his job as Jack Sparrow, and I was a little first grader watching the film, and I was snared. Another individual added, "No Johnny Depp, no privateers of Caribbean. There's no one that can supplant him." Some other entertainer must be another person, yet never Chief Jack Sparrow. And like Jack Sparrow once said, not all fortune is silver and gold, mate. And I devote this statement to Disney. The fans additionally guarantee that an open acknowledgement from Disney can change Depp's harmed standing, and can likewise participate in his terminating from the establishment anyway. After monstrous analysis, it is being accounted for. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.